Today we talk double bass again, and why is that? Because I know that out there is a million of you trying to play at impossible tempos like all of the bands that you like. So I am here to solve your problem. Who am I? My name is Frankie Demuru. I play drums in Body Prison, and I've also sessioned for projects like Andy Gillian, Goatwhore, Souldusk on Napalm Records, and a bunch of other bands that you may not know. I have been on drums for 17 years, and I've played everything from the big venues to the smallest halls you can imagine. So today, let's chat double bass. So if you are somewhere between 0 or I don't know, what can you consider 0? 70, 80 beats per minute, okay, let's say 70 to 150, you are right now at level 1. We call this level 1 and leg motion. Very easy. You use your legs, you push them down with your heels slightly up, and you get strokes out of your kick drum, okay? Very easy. If you don't press on the kick drum, once again, everything is gonna be fine. Number 2, 155-ish up to 190, okay? We are at level 2, ankle and leg motion, okay? Fantastic, so your legs are playing nice and easy, and your ankles start helping out the leg because these muscles are of course way too big, and so a smaller muscle helps the rebound of the beta and makes the beta swing a little better. Why is that? Because the muscle of your ankle, lifting my foot here, is very agile, okay? So it starts helping out the leg. And then number 3, so this muscle over time loses intent, the leg loses intention as it goes, and the ankles take over. And this is where you play level 3 of double bass, 190 and beyond, okay? Some people can go incredibly fast just with the ankle, and then of course the side quest of swivel is right there, okay? That's a beautiful scheme. What is the problem that many of you are trying to solve, or many have convinced that they can do? Number 1, that this is just a journey and off you go, you play. No. From here to here, there is an abyss. The difference between this and this, my friend, is hours of work. Hours of consistent work doing very repetitive, boring exercises, which you are not doing. Because if you're here, guess what? You have probably gone for whatever solution that an internet guru has tried to sell you, and now you're back here because you don't understand what is going on, okay? I'm very low in the YouTube ranks these days, so if you're looking at my video, that means that you probably scrolled quite a bit to find me. Anyway, okay, so what is the problem? Everybody is maybe here, and then as soon as they may be here or a little less, 140, 150, they shoot for the big league, and this is what has been creating a lot of confusion online. This has been creating insane confusion online. And why is that? Because if you think, my friend, that you can get to 200 beats per minute in 30 days, you're a gronk. Straight up. It took me maybe like 1 or 2 years of consistent work. And even then, okay, so things that you gotta consider to these tempos, the big 190, 200, okay? Number 1, you need to be able to endure the previous tempos. And by this I mean you need stay at 160 for a minute. 160, 1 minute. 170. 1 minute. 180, 1 minute, okay? Oof, this is tiring, but this really starts activating the ankles. I swear, I remember my warm-ups, which I still do by the way, my first warm-ups between 160 and 180, these ones were key to break through to the big 200, okay? And by the way, now that I can play at faster tempos like 220, 230, some 240, and then I start doing doubles, okay? These tempos are the ones that I warm up and play the most at because they're so valuable. I spend a lot of time in this area. That's a great area that I talk about also in my first video, so go and check that. Also, if you like this content, if you enjoy, having a yarn with good old Frankie right here. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll continue with these videos to talk double bass and show you the motions and workouts that have taken me to a good enough level to play in my band and just be happy about my playing. Okay, that's all that matters here. We don't need any overnight phenomena. We just need players that wanna get better over time. Jump in the comments and let me know what you're struggling with double bass so that I can make a video that talks about the problem that you want to solve, and that way I can help you. I kid you not, I'm really keen to help anybody that is willing to put a comment out there, and just let me know what you're struggling with and I'll be able to answer. Anyway, endurance, definitely a big one. Second one, control, coordination. And by this I mean, are you able to play any patterns when it comes to these tempos, or even the ones below, like 130, 140, 150? Can you play some rhythmic reading patterns, meaning you take a page from, I don't know, the Syncopation, or from George Collier's book, or from any rhythmic reading book that you've got handy, and you actually read at these tempos or below, meaning like you're actually able to play patterns like Meshuggah or Whitechapel breakdowns. What can you play at those tempos? Okay, what can you actually play? Because those patterns, they require quite a bit of control. If you can control your pedal, then going up to speed, it's gonna be actually way easier. Okay, something to really care about, that it's not talked about enough out there. You need to be able to control the pedals before you can bring them to a certain speed. Here is a third one, subdivisions. Number one, can you play in time? If you're watching this video, I really hope so. But now, subdivisions. Can you work your 8th notes, triplets, 16th notes, 16th note triplets? Can you work confidently on all of those? Okay, make sure that you're also working on your subdivisions. If you don't know what subdivisions are, guess what? You're just playing 16 notes, and I recommend that you go and see a teacher that can help you play more. Okay, play more subdivisions. So your 8th notes and 16th notes, your triplets and sextuplets, even your quintuplets, even your seventuplets. It's possible to play any subdivision with a double pedal. So attention to these things. Once you can, endure your tempos in triplets, 16 notes or 16 note triplets. And you've got control and coordination, meaning you can play some patterns. Like think about breakdowns that you like. Think if you like Meshuggah, you got a lot of work to do here, okay? And third, last but not least, subdivisions, very important, because if you can interchange between a subdivision to the other, then you start playing some small groups of notes. 1 bar of triplets, 1 bar of 16 notes, 1 bar of triplets, 1 bar of 16 notes, and so on and so forth. You start raising the bar up and up and up. Okay, so before you think about reaching the big 200, consider one of these three. Number one, can you actually endure on this pedal? What's your stamina like? Number two, control and coordination. Play some patterns, open up some books, get reading, man. Like there is so much vocabulary that you can gain even if you cannot reach 200 yet. The most fantastic things about double pedal are actually not fast. And number three, subdivisions. Okay, this also, this of course intertwines with the both of these, but play some subdivisions. Consider your triplets, consider your 16 note triplets, consider your 16 notes, your 8th notes, and you will have a whole lot of work to do rather than just thinking about the speed, which will come over time anyway. Okay, now last but not least, I thought I will show this. Let's grab a pedal. Here is a beautiful Speed Cobra. I really like this pedal. Okay, so now for the few of you that are trying to break through, say 150 to further tempos, okay, I want to show you something that is very important. So as I mentioned in my previous video, there is this gray area over here of ankle and leg, okay, and so the leg will definitely fatigue over time, so we're gonna start opening up the ankle a little bit to help you endure. So I'm gonna show you something that I learned many moons ago by drummer and educator James Payne. James is a legend. Go and watch his YouTube channel as well. You are probably looking for the best spring tension out there. I know that some of you are. Today we're gonna practice like this. So let's get to the pad. Here is our pedal. So practicing without the spring. Think about the spring like a tool that solves the problem of rebound. But do your hands have springs? I don't think so. So can this pedal do the work without a spring? With the right technique, absolutely yes. So how are you gonna start? Pop the beater on top of your shoe or foot. If you play barefooted, this also works. You're just gonna be careful because when the beater comes back, it might hit you, so possibly wear some shoes, and start with the following, okay? So we're gonna make it bounce and come back. Just like that. One to start with. Just one to start with. One like that, okay? Our ped is moving, I'm gonna fix it. Just like that, down, 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 okay? Everything is moving, I really don't care at this stage. I'm just filming it so that you guys can see it. We start with this, okay? So one stroke at a time, okay? We made it there, we got it dead. Drum key, fuck! It's a bit oblique, but you guys can see it. And adjust. Let the pedal work like that. Okay, so now how are you gonna work on this? We're gonna catch two birds with one stone. Control and endure at the same time. So we're gonna use the Tempo Metronome app. I love this app because it's got a number of functions that save me a lot of time. For example, the tracker, okay? We're gonna pop the tracker on for a minute, and we're gonna train not the right but the left foot, okay? So I usually go for 1 minute and 4 seconds. And on, beater is on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Oh man. Oh no. Okay, you guys get me. It actually hurts. Okay, it actually hurts. Hurts. My god. 10 seconds. No. Alright, so honest truth, don't be a gronk like me and make sure your pad is nicely set up rather than just set up in the air like that. So you saw my foot moving, but I just kept going. So eventually what really matters is the work that gets done with it, okay? See you in the next video.